I would like to take this time to wish my daughter a very happy birthday. She took a trip to Barcelona and she's having her ass handed to her on a platter by the secret society. Yes. She decided to take a walk this morning because she couldn't sleep. She was sick when she was here. They had the air conditioner right over her bed. And then they were making the cold air blow on her and she started coughing. She decided, I don't want to wake everybody. I'm just going to go and take a walk. So she went to take a walk, taking her valuables with her, sitting on a bench. And yeah, some man came up to her, talking to her. She's like, no, leave me alone, please. I don't want to talk to you. She moved over to another bench and she put her bag down. The man probably went away, changed his clothes, come back. He sat down on the bench next to her, trying to talk to her again. She politely told him, no, I don't want to talk to you. Please leave me alone. And then he got up and he left. 20 minutes later, she realized, oh, my bag is gone with my passport and my bank cards and my money. So a happy birthday to Malika. You know, in spite of all, life is not about waiting for the rain to stop. Life is about learning to dance in the motherfucking rain. This is our life, my daughter, and I apologize sincerely once again for making your way so hard. But Mama's doing something that Mama has got to do, not just for you, not just for herself, but for everybody who is ordained to benefit from your mother's work, okay? So just know that God has got you front, side, back, and the next side, yeah, and all around. You'll be fine. Just go through the motions. Keep your emotions in check and let them run their stupid game. In the end, we win, always. Okay? So happy birthday to Malika Green and to Marcus the Messiah Garvey. Yeah. Yeah, so in spite of all this, we fucking reign. And that's REIGN. We are princesses out here. Princess Malika is in Barcelona getting her ass whooped by the secret society. Or they're trying to. And Princess Chanel is here. I'm about to use this deck that Malika made. It's called Decisions. But I don't know how to use it. I don't know what kind of reading to do. But we're going to use Malika's deck today because I think it's a badass deck. I like it. It's a Decisions deck and it's like... First thing she wrote on the paper when she was putting it together. Actually, no. First thing she texted to me, she was like, "Girl, you know better." And boy, you know better. So it's got Malika's flair in it. Yeah. And then I added a little bit of my stuff at the end. Just one page worth because it's like... yeah, sometimes you just gotta give it to them raw, okay? Malika's more... She's more sophisticated than I am. She's street. Let's say she's city, I'm bush, okay? I give it to you straight, no chaser. She... Alright, so... Most High. How should we do this? Can we do a pick a card? Or we could do it right here, right now. So advice for the people watching this right now. Let's see, what's your advice? So this is number one. Let's say pick a card number one. What's your advice for those watching right now who are seeking advice at this time? Those who feel drawn to number one. We'll do a couple of them. What's your advice? One more time. Let's see. In honor of Malika. So what's at the bottom of the deck? Oh, we got not yet for those who feel drawn to number one. Let's see what the card is that pops out. But it's the energy of not yet. So it's not time for something, whatever you're asking about. Alright, so the first card we have, you're prioritizing others as opposed to yourself. And we got next year. Okay? You got, man, you know better. At the bottom of the deck. So let's see. Let's just check the energies of these cards because I'm a bit questionable. Feels correct like this. So, okay, so it's in the reverse. And let's check this one as well because they landed funny. Energy is weird. Feels correct this way though. Okay, so something is about to happen next year. Not now. It's not time yet. So you're prioritizing yourself. Or you should be prioritizing yourself. And then whatever you want is going to come next year. Because you're prioritizing others in the reverse means you're focused on yourself. Or you should be focused on yourself. Take it as it resonates. You know what this is saying better than I do. So yeah, you know better. But next year, okay? So that's for those who are drawn to the first bit of advice. Let's do our next one. Number 2. Those who are drawn to number 2. Let's see. So we got you're in good hands. If you chose number 2, this is all about you being in great hands, okay? So whoever you're dealing with, whoever you're concerned about, you're in good hands. I'm hearing to leave it at that. Okay, so that's your advice. You're in, yeah. Okay, we got divine timing. So right now something is perfect. You're in good hands. So God says when I get to the bottom, just that's your message. So the first one was not yet. The next one, you're in good hands. So trust that you're in good hands. Make my job simpler. I'm making this up as I go along, okay? I'm making up the formula as I go along. Because I wanted to use the cards, but it didn't feel right just doing a boring old pick card. So I decided to come on, do a birthday tribute to Malika and use her cards at the same time. So number 3. If you're drawn to number 3, let's see, what's the message for you? So God says just take the card that's at the bottom of the deck. Once the cards are ready, that is your message. So we'll do that for you, number 3. So to recap, the first one, your answer is not yet. If you pick number 2, your answer is you are in good hands. And number 3, two more times. So your answer is you're being manipulated if you chose number 3. That's what you need to know. You're being manipulated, okay? So somebody isn't playing fair. Now let's do number 4. We're going to do about 6. Number 4. Of course, the shit that they do hurt our feelings. Of course, we shed tears from time to time. We just don't allow it to get us down. Like, how much of my day do you really want to spoil? You're gonna spoil how much of my day I allow you to spoil. That's what. That's why we could be in a good mood going through all this crazy stuff. Okay, we have control over our emotions, right? That's how I try to get you people to behave as well, because if you allow yourself to be mad at things people do every time for prolonged periods of time, they basically control your life. Two more times and then we're ready. They could just drag you here and there like a yo-yo. Come again. Alright, so your advice or your answer, give them time to mature. Number 4, give them time to mature. Okay, so let's check for number 5. What's your answer and or advice? I should be writing this stuff down, you know. Sorry. Number 1, not yet. Number 2, you're in good hands. Number 3, you're being manipulated. Listen, I'm unconventional. What can I say? You ever seen a pick a card reading like this? Listen, this is what you call going with the flow. Inner peace. Shit, if you like the video, good for you. If you don't like the video, well, then I apologize. But this is what it is. 2 more times. Number 5. Let's see. What's your advice and or answer from Malika's decisions deck? All right, we've got not yet. Number 5. You're a not yet too. All right, and number 6. So this is for people. That's for people who are running from the not yet card in number 1. I wonder how that will work. Very interesting. I need to work out how the hell I'm gonna work this out on the as a thumbnail. I probably just put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You choose a number, and then you watch the reading, and you get your answer like that. We're not gonna put no cards on the picture or nothing like that. Just choose a number, and that's how we're gonna do it. 2 more times, number 6. And I heard do 1 more bonus, so we're gonna do a 7. God says do a bonus. Alright, so we got what did they say? So somebody said something, you need to pay attention. And pay attention to what they're not saying as well. So this is a case of reading between the lines. Number 6. That's your answer. What did they say? Or what did you say? Okay. So whatever question you asked, think back to what did somebody say. Alright, and the bonus. The bonus. The bonus. Ow, 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 ow. I don't know. I'm just going with the flow. I don't care. You can stay. I'ma do it anywhere. Oh, 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 ah, 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 ah. I don't know. That's how I feel right now. Okay, allow me. One. Okay. Two. And two more. Woo. Three. One more. Four. At the bottom of the deck, just say forget them bitches. Just forget them. They're not that important. Allow it. So, that's your crazy decisions and or advice reading, peoples. If you enjoyed this video, then good for you. If you didn't, then I am sorry, okay? I'm just in that mood. What can I say? My love to all of you. Bye-bye. I'm alright. I'm alright. You know, sometimes I just gotta let the goofy out. Y'all know me. Y'all know me. I'm not gonna let them spoil my day. Come on. I've allowed them to spoil my day in the past. Now I control how much of my day they're allowed to spoil. Some days I just lay down and chill out because it's like, oh, I'm not gonna exercise. I just can't be bothered. I just lay down in my bed and I curl up under my covers like this. Just get comfortable and stay. And then after like 2 days of doing that, I'm like, okay, time to get up now. I've sulked for long enough. That's weird. That's how I do sometimes. Sometimes I don't let it bother me at all. But you know, after a while of fighting, you get tired. You get tired and it's just like, oh God. You know, sometimes you just have to lay yourself down. Give yourself a time out. Okay, so you can recoup and regroup. Even soldiers on the battlefield, they have to rest at some point, you know. So me, I just take the time when I need to and I just go with the fucking flow. Because all is fair in war. Alright? So I just take it as it comes. If I need to cry, I cry. If I want to laugh, I laugh. If I want to ignore them, I ignore them. If I want to play along, I play along. I just go with the flow, innit? They never know what to expect from me. But one thing I will never do is quit. Yeah, death before dishonor, we say. We ain't no punk bitch over here. You know? So, this is the life that God has given to us and we're just living it. It's not that serious. I mean, after we've cried, after we've felt upset or whatever, then we get back to being ourselves again. Okay? Listen, yeah. What I do not just for myself. I do not just for my child or my future children. I do for everybody because we deserve to have a chance to experience creation the way that God intended, or at least have some kind of semblance to it. You know what I'm saying? It's not meant to be so disgusting. It's not meant to be so disheartening. It's not meant to be so traumatic. Okay, life is beautiful. The earth is beautiful. We, by nature, are beautiful. And I am fighting for the right for humans to actually be able to act like the higher version of humans. We've been in our lowly energy for far too long. We are a lot more than this. And then the people who have the knowledge, they tend to use it for evil. The people with the skills, the people with the exceptional skills and knowledge, They just join. They join the evil forces and they use all their gifts that God gave them to make this world a more horrible place. And I'm against that. I'm against that. And that's the reason why I do what I do. And I know that it comes at a price. And I don't care. I will go through it. Because I know as much as I'm hurting, as much as I feel tormented, they feel tormented too. And those who haven't felt tormented yet, they will eventually feel tormented, because I am not the only one who is thinking and feeling like this. Other people are waking up and deciding to take back control over our societies, over our own lives, over our own children. Okay? It's just that in the midst of all that, I am gonna take fucking time to have fun. Shit. Listen, life is about balance. Allow yourself to have fun. The same way we allow ourselves to be upset about all the bullshit that's going on, we need to allow ourselves to be happy. It's a choice. Okay? Just like slavery is a fucking choice. It's either you're going to fight for your right to be free, or you're going to sit down and take it. And if you choose to sit down and be compliant to everything that master tell you, you chose to sit down and take it. Whether that hurt your feelings or not, that's your business. But that's the reality, because see, it's coming back around. So we can either sit down and be cool about being enslaved to the system, or we can get up and do what we have to do to change it. Because here what? It's people who made it this way. So it's people who are going to fix it. All this praying for a savior and expecting someone else to come and do it, you are the someone that's going to come and do it. I am the someone that's going to come and do it. That's the reality. So we could try and dodge our duties to humanity and to life as much as we want to. But the more we dodge is the more things will remain the same. It's as simple as that. So in order for us to make these changes, we're going to get blows. We're going to get a beating, because the enemy is not just going to give up their power just like that. So we must expect difficulty. We must expect attempts on our lives. We must accept that they're going to threaten our families and tamper with our money and tamper with our own health and tamper with our peace of mind. Everything comes at a price. But the true magic is in not giving up. It's like, yeah, bitch, you can do all what you want to do to me, but I'm still fucking coming at you. How about that? And I'm sure you'll get tired before I do, because nature is on my fucking side, not yours. You've been a bully for far too long, and I've had enough. And I'm ready to stand up and do. And God help those who help themselves. So, whatever you're going to throw at me, whatever God is going to allow you to throw at me, and whatever tactics you use on me that God allow to work, so be it. But I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to keep doing my part to make a difference. It's like that dream that was spoken of in the Bible where, that's what I keep seeing anyway. There was a dream that a king had in the Bible where it's like, it was like a body, but there were like metal body parts and wood body parts and body parts made out of mud and whatnot. And I just keep seeing me just taking a sledgehammer and every reading that I do, whether it's for just the people or it's a governmental one or whatever the hell God be making me do, every single reading that I put out is a blow to the system. Why? Because it's encouraging healing. You see? So you see, when they put out all these, okay, see, like after that Montgomery brawl thing, and black people had that victory, that so much so that even white people were celebrating the fact that the bullies got what they deserved this time. It's not even just about black or white now. It's about being bullied, being controlled. undeservedly so. Okay? After that, you must know that they're going to retaliate. So then we start hearing stupid reports about some black youth got arrested for taking out the trash, and then you hear about some babe. Listen, yeah. You must expect these stupid reports because that's their way of retaliating. They're trying to cause unrest again. So when you hear black people getting abused in other places, then that's gonna bring up that spirit of anger and whatnot. Don't. Do not let it anger you. Because for all we know, it could be some of the black people that are working as secret agents with these bullies to make it look as though this and that is happening. Just to pull on our heartstrings. Just to divide us from our own selves. Like, rip you apart. So it's like that victory started to make you come whole in your heart. WHOLE. And then, because they start doing all these reports about black people getting tormented again, it's just gonna rip you apart again and undo what was done on that day. Don't allow them to do it. And we need to stop sharing these posts on Facebook and the other sites as well. Do not talk about it. Do not share it. Everybody needs to look after themselves. Know what you're doing with yourself. Do not fuel their fire. We are in a war. There'll be wars and there'll be rumors of wars. How do you know the difference? Stop allowing them to play on your emotions. You have the power to stop the bullies from playing on your emotions. The oligarchy. Their tactic is to divide and rule. Period. We have the control. If each of us would control ourselves. That's how it works. We are not unified where we could get together in meetings and whatnot, but it's a state of mind. You need to control your own happiness. Focus on the more positive. Don't be spreading that negative garbage just because you saw it on your timeline. It upset your spirit and then you're going to go and talk about it and spread it out. So now you're upsetting the next person and then the next person share it with their people, and it's like a disease. Emotional disease. So it destabilizes our emotions, it destabilizes our thought processes. It destabilizes our confidence in the goodness of creation. Stop spreading their diseases. Let their secret agents do that shit. When you see those negative, this is what I do. When I see them kind of reports, I just scroll past them. Why? If it's true, there's nothing that I could do. Because protesting and doing all that shit, what has that ever gotten us? All they do is send in their secret agents that look like we so that they can damage people's property and whatnot. And the thing is, we all look the same. Stay away from the protests. Stay away from sharing their stupid posts. Let God do its work. If they are abusing a black man or a black woman, there's nothing that we can do. But God can. Let the people who are in that vicinity, who are sure that something go like so, that it's not just propaganda, let them deal with it. Stop involving yourself in all these protests and civil unrest and outrage and all them. Stop. They're playing with us. They're controlling us like puppets. Stop. And you don't need to see yourself as if you don't care. You care. Focus on what's happening right around you where you can see with your own two eye. And even what you can see with your own two eye, you need to be mindful and know for sure. Let your intuition tell you if that's a real thing or is that just acting. Because especially for people like me, they will set up actors to do shit to see what I would do. Recognize who you are in the struggle. Recognize what's going on around you. Should you get involved or should you just walk away? You do not need to get involved with everything. Look after yourself and look after your family. Look after your personal life. That's where we at right now because we can't trust what we're seeing. Trust your intuition. This is how I play the game. I'm telling you my secrets. I'm telling you my formula. Don't believe everything that you see. Every bad report you see about a black person because they have black skin like you, a lot of them are coconuts. They are brown skin with the white man's agenda. The white supremacists' agenda. They are brown skin with the white supremacist agenda. That's why you can see black people joining the KKK. Don't trust it. Trust your intuition. If your intuition tell you walk away, walk the fuck away and let people say what they want to say about you. You walk with your God. Look after your family. Look after your job. Let's stop spreading all this negative emotions that they just plant. They plant that shit and then we go and take it up and we spread it to everybody. When they make their fucking bogus stories, or even if it's a real story, like I said, in cases where somebody's being abused for real, let the people, you see like how the people in Montgomery took care of the business that was happening in Montgomery? Wherever this madness is happening, let the people of that society take care of their own. Because we're out here, we don't know what's true and what's false. And then we're out here upset over something that's completely bogus. Why? Because we got that win on August 5th with the Montgomery brawl. And they've been doing these things for a long time. It's time that we take control of our emotional life. Take control of our personal life. Stop allowing them to control us with their false news. They're controlling us like puppets. If they want to make us angry, they just send some information out there that'll piss us off. Show us a video of somebody choking off some black man. How do we even know that these people are dead? How many people work in fucking Hollywood and are working undercover and are wearing these latex body these latex body masks and whatnot? How do we know? We only hear what they say. You have to put on your lawyer brain now. We don't know these people. That's the truth that's the fact of the matter. We only hear what they say. We hear their testimonies. We don't know if it's true or not. Only get involved in what you're certain about. If you're not certain about it, treat it as such. Preserve your peace of mind. Preserve your community. And still use your intuition with what you see and what you hear. Because there's a lot of wars and rumors of wars. They just want you to think that stuff is going down. And now with CGI and all these AI, these apps that could do all kind of things. Come on, people. In an environment like that, the best thing you could do is look after yourself and your own. You can see these. You know these. Let people in Florida look after Florida affairs. Let people in LA look after LA affairs. If they're not willing to stand up and fight for their rights, then they deserve whatever they get. Because God help those who help themselves. Let those in Africa fight for what they need to fight for and sort out their affairs. Let those in China sort out their affairs. Let those in Russia sort out their affairs. Those in America, Montserrat, Antarctica, wherever the hell they are, everybody needs to sort out their affairs. If everybody get in their position and get on their post and do what they're supposed to do, then everything will run smoothly. We don't have to worry about being affected by propaganda, at least not on the level that we are being manipulated right now with false news. The latest one is this Maui thing. Isn't it weird how at the same time that Africa is making such big moves towards their progress and their sovereignty, their independence from white supremacist rule. That we're hearing about aliens in Peru, and now we're hearing about Maui being struck by some kind of laser or some shit. Is look over here, not look over there. Who has been to Maui to actually see what's happening? How do we know it's true? The timing is very convenient. And then we hear about this baby that got its head ripped off its body while it was being birthed. Where you ever hear that? You ever hear anything like that before? Never. What kind of force would a doctor have to fucking apply to do that? That just sounds like propaganda to me. I don't even need to do a reading to find out that. That's nonsense. That's to cause emotional outrage and make you stop paying attention to the things that you should be paying attention to. That's how they roll. Every time there's something that is shattering towards their one world government agenda occurring, you hear some more ridiculous news that just shift the attention to something else. It's a game. It's time that we learn it as such, see it as such, respect it as such, and treat it as such. If you don't know, you're not liable for what you don't know. God is the judge here. Not your neighbors, not your family members. Fuck them, because some of them are working the white supremacy man's agenda too. Your own family and your own friends. Especially if you're a person like me who is not afraid to speak out. Just know that they have you surrounded with agents so that they can manipulate your thinking, manipulate your quality of life, because the whole aim is to break you down and make you not want to stand for what you're standing for anymore. Let every vicinity look after their own matters in their own communities. Stop spreading all these hateful, heartbreaking messages on YouTube and on Facebook and on Instagram and wherever else you're sending them. Let their stinking, dirty, coconut, brown skin, white supremacist thinking secret agents spread their shit by themselves. All that transgender stuff, all that shit there, all that stuff is to fuck up our waters, fuck up our clarity. It's so ridiculous that it don't make no sense and it'll just piss you off to no end. Stop. If it's not in your house, don't let it bother you. Minimum. If you're gonna allow it to bother you. Minimum. Let people take care of their own messes. Let countries take care of their own messes. Let states take care of their own messes. Let families take care of their own messes, because we don't know what's true and what's false. Stop getting involved. Stop getting your emotions involved and stop spreading their propaganda news. You got enough problems in your house to worry about. You don't need to be worrying about what's going on in the world. If something happen in Maui, let Maui people control what's happening in Maui. And if they don't like what's happening there, then they should move. If African people don't like what's happening there, they should move. If I don't like what's happening in Britain, I should move. And if I can't move, then that means I'm meant to stay. Alright, now if anything happen to Britain, I can't move because I don't have no passport, and now my daughter don't have no passport either. So boy, if England don't have no electricity because Africa cut them off or whatever we go missing, I gonna be in the struggle too, and that's alright. It's a small price to pay for the bigger picture. I will struggle with the people if necessary. I know how to light a coal fire. I know how to light a wood fire. And I know how to design stuff so that it's fireproof so I don't burn down the house. I know how to make foods that will last for a long time. Listen, bake your bread and make some, croutons? Have rice and stuff like that. Canned goods and stuff like that. Get ready. Bake some bread and dry that shit out. Dry. And season it. Season it up nice and dry it out. Dry. It'll preserve right there for a long time. Make sure it's dry. Even bake a cake and dry it out. There's things that we can do to help ourselves to survive if wars come to wars. With their threat of World War III and all of that. There's going to be some suffering. It's better that we spend time getting ourselves together rather than wishing it away. Oh, that felt good. Okay. So anyway, thank you for listening. Yeah, we have to get smart with this game that they're running on us, man. Fuck all that. You want to pull my heart this way. You want to hurt my feelings every day, all day. You just want to hurt my feelings and rip my fucking confidence apart and make me want to fight somebody. Yet there's nobody in front of me to fight. Nobody. We can't punch nobody. Can't shoot nobody. We don't know who to shoot or who to punch. So, what's the other alternative? Just let it go. It's not your business. It's not that you don't care. It's that you don't know what's going on. You have no control over that situation. So let those who are in that vicinity take care of that mess. Let their families handle their business. Right. So I'm going to get off your screen now. Anyway, I wish us the best going forward. And I know we're going to win. It's different times. We need to get with the times. Understand what's going on. And master it. Okay? So, happy birthday, Malika. Blessings to Marcus, the Messiah Garvey. Until next time, my loves. Take care.